kitchen floor. Foot slips. You catch yourself. But here's what nobody tells you. That's your balance already failing a test. If your foot slipped for real, would your body catch you? Stay, and you'll know before it matters. I'm Atlas Reed. Subscribe. You belong here. Point 1. Every man over 60 who laces up for a walk assumes he's already doing the one thing that keeps him independent. He isn't. Walking and training the systems that keep you walking are two different things, and most men have never been told the difference. That's not a rare event happening to someone else's father. Statistically, it's close to a coin flip away from happening to yours, or to you. Balance doesn't fail all at once. It fails one system at a time, quietly. And an ordinary walk done the ordinary way does almost nothing to interrupt that. It's like driving the same familiar route every day. You get more confident behind the wheel, but you never get better at handling an unexpected skid because you've never once rehearsed one. So, if an ordinary walk isn't training those systems, what actually is, and how do you know your own walk is even in the safe range? Point 2. There's an actual number that tells you whether your walking pace is protecting you or quietly putting you at risk. And almost no man over 60 has ever heard it. There's research behind every part of this, so nobody has to take it on faith. 0.8 meters per second is the gait speed where frailty and fall risk start climbing sharply. That's roughly the pace of clearing a 2-lane crosswalk before the signal changes. If you're walking slower than that on a normal day, not tired, not rushed, just normal, your body is already telling you something your last physical never asked about, which means the fix usually isn't walking more. It's walking in a way that trains speed on purpose, short bursts against your normal pace, worked into the walk deliberately a few times a week, not left to chance. But speed alone doesn't protect you on the terrain that actually causes falls. Uneven ground, a curb, a distracted moment. And that's exactly where most walking advice quietly stops. Point 3. The walk that actually protects a man over 60 layers in 3 things most routines never combine: pace, terrain variation, and a reactive balance component. Training your body to recover from a stumble, not just avoid one. Multimodal training that combines pace work with balance and terrain variation shows a fall risk reduction somewhere between 20 and 45% across the studies behind it. A wider margin of protection than pace training gives you on its own, which is exactly the structured walking and balance progression that Still Standing After 60, the Complete Independence System, walks through. It's linked in the description. If you're watching on TV, there's a QR code on screen right now. Grab your phone and scan it. Once that progression is in place, the real question isn't whether you can walk safely today. It's whether you'd still be steady if something in your world changed without warning. Point 4. There's a version of decline that has nothing to do with your legs at all, and it shows up in your walk before it shows up anywhere else. In a study following over 19,000 older adults, a slower gait speed was linked to a 63% higher risk of dementia. Not because slow walking causes it, but because gait speed turns out to be one of the first places the brain-body connection shows strain. That doesn't mean one slow day is a diagnosis. The research is careful to call it an association, not a cause. But it does mean your walk has been quietly reporting on more than your knees this whole time. So right now, before you keep watching, stand up if you can, or the next time you pass through a doorway, time how long it takes you to walk 12 feet at your normal pace. Nothing rushed, nothing performed. Most men have never actually clocked their own number. If it takes you more than about 5 seconds, that's information worth having today, not eventually. Point 5. Here's what all of that adds up to. The fall that takes a man's independence rarely starts on the day it happens. It starts months earlier in a walk that slowed down quietly enough that nobody, including him, noticed. My father didn't lose his footing because he was weak. He lost it because nothing in his day had ever asked his balance systems a real question, until the bathroom floor did. A 10-minute walking workout, built with pace changes and a genuine balance component, is one of the simplest ways to keep asking that question on your own terms, before the floor asks it for you. That's not a workout. That's evidence you're still the man carrying the groceries, getting down on the floor with a grandkid and back up without a second thought. Still the one people rely on, not the one they worry about. The number you just clocked and the walk you just learned to change. That's the difference between hoping your legs hold and knowing they will. And if today's the day you want the full standing plan instead of just hoping the next walk goes fine, still standing after 60, the Complete Independent System puts a full progression behind everything in this video, from your actual gait number to a complete reactive balance program, so you're not guessing what comes after this walk. It's linked in the description, and the QR code's on screen now. Every month this Someday project is a month your gait number has no reason to improve on its own. It only trends one direction without input. Do this for the stairs you still want to climb without thinking about it. If this is the kind of training intelligence you want every week, subscribe. We put out videos weekly, and every one is built for men serious about staying independent. I'm Atlas Reed. Keep doing the work.